Well, this is how I modified my mosquito harness. I took the old harness completely off and I added a training harness, which is a lot easier to get into, and it makes it a kind of articulated harness like the Wasp. I had a lot of trouble getting into this, and the engine was hard to start. I finally figured out that was the choke, but it's still nice to have something that's a lot easier to get into, in and out of. And I had a little problem with the first time I tried to fly it. I got it hung up a little bit on the ropes and so forth on the harness. But I remedied that, and second flight went well, except for another mod that I made, what I'll call a kickstand or a stirrup, which kind of got in my way. Anyway, these are the first flights I had since leaving Arkansas and coming down to Florida. Not a lot of opportunity for me here for a lot of reasons. I won't go into the details of, but I did get a couple of flights. It was after the last mosquito flight I decided I'd like to have wheels to give myself more opportunities. I saw a weed hopper that was for sale here in Florida. It was a basket case, but it had a 340 Kawasaki like I had on my old trike. So I decided to get it with the idea that if it didn't work out, I could put the motor on a trike. And that's what I wound up doing, because I couldn't get this to fly. It was too hard to put together. It was, in the meantime, around the same time, I bought this power motor, and there's an example of the torque it has. And that torque to the left, and I was torquing to the right on my wing. So can you say pretzel? So I decided, well, you know what, I need some more training. I need training on this wing, and I need to figure out the motor a little better before I try to fly it. I did eventually get a trike and a wing. Unfortunately, it's a BB trike from Gibbo Gear, and he passed away before I could get one of his wings. So I got the wing from North Wing, and as far as I can tell, they look like they will now be compatible. And I also saw a ultralight gyro for sale here in Florida, so I went and picked that up. The guy demonstrated ran the motor, 447 Rotax, and he ran the rotor for me, which had a pre-rotator. So I said, well, you know what, I'll get it and play with it. And I can't fly that yet either, because there's training is not available anywhere close. I eventually hope to get training on that and the power motor, and hopefully get back into flying and maybe make a couple of videos. My sister sent me a toy drone, and I played with that in the house. And it needs to be real calm winds to play with it outside, because it's only a few ounces. And I have gotten to do some of that. I don't know. I've got a long version of this. That's about it. If I get some trike flights, I may post those. Otherwise, this is all I got.